just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesar Superdome.
Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store.
Between the Las Vegas Raiders
and the New Orleans Saints. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from the Superdome.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Cummings. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Saints at 2-6 now on the year. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner in this league, every day, and in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's good for the Saints.
They run once more with Dillon.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
43 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down now, it's Webb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Cummings. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Johnson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Greg, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
to the 27-yard line. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Johnson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Johnson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bass.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cummings.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 to score after one on EA Sports. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be brought down at the 16. Only 5 on this play to move the sticks. Johnson from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Carlson able to put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off play action. Cummings. And the Raiders have got him. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cummings. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams, 27 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Saints.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from the special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have a problem. I think a lot of times they do it, correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now Johnson throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. By time it leads him to 3rd and 11 coming. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Johnson now on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Johnson throwing on 1st down. Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Johnson's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll go with the keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
They'll run with Swift.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Raiders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
They'll elect to bring. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go.
The final shot before break. Cummings. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On the option to give to Swift here.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's pass. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. For the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Johnson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The throw left side to start the drive is complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw on second down. Cummings. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, Cummings. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Again, he'll drop to throw. There's the stiff arm. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Off the bootleg. Cummings. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Over the middle, complete. It's Kellen. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 3rd down, Webb. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And his kick here is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So see the as this game progresses. It's a fun way to get some lead here in the 3rd, but boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that too.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Johnson will find his tight end. That's Waller. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of back to throw. Johnson. He finds his man. Complete. That's pass. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Johnson to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 58 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Looking to throw. Cummings. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal.
17.
Off the play fake. Cummings. He'll buy some time. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Saints will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. These guys will take a 10-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. back to throw. Johnson. This is caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On second down, Dillon. And he stopped immediately there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Cummings. And this is going to be incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points, and then you run the risk of it moving nothing.
So they get the 3. The wonder now is how going to be enough.
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Back to throw. Gets this to Waller, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, and now they didn't run after it.
Back to throw. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Flush to his right. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
They'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked up by Josh Jones.
And the Saints are going to hang on the final